Hey, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Christian Jaguar here. Again, I have to apologize. I do understand that my notification for this event has just been posted 10 minutes ago. I actually thought, I think I did posted it a couple days ago, but there's so many activities that are going on. But hey, guys, it's been a fantastic past 5 days. As a matter of fact, Tammy and I were in Las Vegas, and we were participating at the GoPro event, a virtual GoPro event. For those of you that may not be aware of this, it's an event where every single network marketing companies from the world, all the leaders, people that are making, $50 a month, uh, $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, even $1 million a month. I'm not kidding. All together sing in one area, and it was also projected on around 50,000 people watching this event. And even in the morning when it was open to the world, I think they said it was close to 1 million views. And then when they closed it to the people who registered for the event, obviously it was 50,000, which is what they were expecting. And in Las Vegas, there was about 400 of us. It was just an amazing event to really help people like you and I to have ultimate success in our business. Now, what we want to share with you here, it's a very powerful opportunity, and people really don't realize how powerful that is. And thank you, Esther, for being here. I really appreciate always being there. And Alameen, thank you for being here from South Sudan. This is really awesome. I love it. Really appreciate you guys here. And guys, don't be shy. Feel free to share thoughts, comments. Even if it's not so good, it's all good. Tammy and I always appreciate feedback, and especially constructive feedback. Or if something we share makes sense to you, let us know. Folks, my name is Christian Jangra. I've been in network marketing for, my God, at least over 30 years. But I've been full time in the industry for over 28 years. And my wife and I have built organization, and I'm not kidding when I'm saying this, but that spans out over 600,000 plus members. This is absolutely massive. Now, we've always been in the wellness industry, but times are changing. Services are the new trend. And one of the reasons why I chose to be part of this wonderful venture is because one is I know the owner. His name is Joel Terrier. And I look forward to meet his wife Eve. She's coming here on December 15th. She'll be with us in Toronto. And I look forward to this event, which will be a live event that will be doing the exact same presentation. But the reason why I chose this company is, one is I know the man and I know of his integrity. And that is very important, because when my wife and I get involved in a company, we don't just get involved in our company, we get married with it, right? And the fact here is the services are coming at a time that is actually very timely. And that's what we want to share with you. So, God Backup is really here to empower families, people like you and I, to be able to create an above average lifestyle, but without necessarily having an above average education or connection out there to be able to make it in this world. So why are you here? And I know that many of you are looking for an opportunity to turn your dreams into reality. And I'm here to tell you that this is absolutely true. And the reason I can tell you it's absolutely true, because once upon a time, my wife and I were in debt up to our eyeballs. It was not pleasant, eating just simple rice. And I love rice, but when you don't have much of a choice, that's all you can eat, or spaghetti, because the meals were cheap and it would fill our bellies to the next. I mean, we've been through this. And trust me, even in rich countries, sometimes there's downs, and the cost of living could be so challenging. Just to be able to maintain what you have to cut down some of the things that you took for granted. Well, we've been through all of that. And today we have abundance. We have two amazing properties. Again, it's not to brag, but it's to impress upon you that this residual income that comes from network marketing is real. We own the car of our dreams. Many of you that knows us, we've been driving a Tesla Model X, the one the door opens on the side, since 2017. We made our first million in network marketing. That was back in 2011. So, folks, there's so much potential, but it starts with belief. So, again, I'm asking you, it's time to turn your dreams into reality. Very important. So, why are you here? See, I have seen already with God backup that people are here, average people with above average work ethics, are starting to turn their dreams into reality because the income is flowing. For example, we have many, many wonderful, amazing leaders from Ghana, right? $1 in Ghana. Again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's been varying from 10 Ghana cedis to 12 Ghana cedis to 15 Ghana cedis down to 10 Ghana cedis to 11 Ghana cedis for $1 American. Imagine when you make $20, $30, $300. What about $1,500? Do you understand what's going on? In Nigeria, when I went there and I started building Nigeria in the past years, it was 300 naira to $1 American. It went as high as 1,500 naira from $1. Folks, the world is changing. And these kind of opportunities, I'm telling you, they're coming at a time that people really, really need it. But we do need to work. And Dr. Kowe, love to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. So, as we keep moving here, folks, let me tell you a little bit about this company. We began in 1997. Now, I was not part of the company at that time, but I knew of the owner. As a matter of fact, I was using some of his server space for my very first website that I created, to create a website to support my network marketing team. That's how far ago I know Joel. It was probably around 2003, 2004. I don't remember exactly when, but it's around that time. Could have been 2005. The point here is, at the time, it was in Quebec, Canada. It's a city called Elmer, and I was about 30 minutes away from where his office was. And we met through some mutual friends that we had. But the point here is, I've known Joel for a long time. And I remember telling me, Chris, we need to move to the US. I said, why do you need to move to the US? What, are you closing shop? He says, no, absolutely not. The opposite. The fiber optic that supports our bandwidth to support all our people, we've grown so much that the city can't support us anymore. And even if we upgrade, we feel we're going to tap again and then it can't go beyond this. So we need to move. He says, well, we're going to be going to Dallas, in Texas, I should say. Not Dallas, but in Texas, around San Antonio. My point here is why they chose to go there. It's because the infrastructure for the fiber optic are companies like Microsoft, Google, Toyota. They have massive, massive servers. So we realized, okay, well, for me to be able to expand and have no limit, I have to move there. And that's exactly what happened. Today, his company is debt free. They own the building. Folks, this is something that's very important. They own the building, they own the facility, they own all of the servers, they own it outright. That gives you huge, huge profit possibility, which you'll understand a little later, that up to 75% of their revenues, or should say profits, are shared within the compensation plan to compensate you for telling others about it. Folks, this is exciting. But before we go there, very quickly, I want to talk about two major global trends. One, I think that everybody knows. Almost 7 billion smartphones in the world today. And folks, I think this number is modest. I think there is more devices like this in the world than there are people, because many people have two of them. And I know what I'm talking about, right? So the fact is, when you look at this, when you analyze this, when you look at the market, the growth of this market and the demand, folks, the financial success is massive. We'll talk to you about some analogy with some companies that offer similar products that God Backup offers. It's been around for a long time. And again, you'll be amazed on the potential that we have here. This is why we're here. We want you to know about what's going on. Look at the percentage of global mobile traffic. 2021, excuse me, 2011 to 2023. Look at the numbers, staggering from 6% to 60%. And folks, we're just toying with this. We're just getting started. This is not going to get any small. This is going to exponentially expand. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, do you want to be in front of that or behind that? See, God backup is in front of it. That's what we're sharing with you here. So if you look at some of the addictions that people use their cell phones, 79.5% use their cell phones as an alarm clock. I just did it all weekend while I was at the event with the GoPro, right? That's how Tammy and I were able to stay on time despite the jet lag and the time change and everything else. 87.8% feel uneasy leaving their phones. Folks, I'm not kidding. And I know you can relate to me when I'm saying this. How many times have you left the house without your phone, having to drive back or walk back to get the damn cell phone because it's basically your portal to the world? You understand, right? So you can go on. You can see the other numbers here. They're staggering. So the fact here, folks, is these devices are part of our daily activities, our daily lives. So the point here is there's a downside to this. See, we use these wonderful devices here, right? They're wonderful devices. It's great. I love them. But at the end of the day, we tend to forget how much data there is in there. It's amazing where 45% of cell phones users have accidentally damaged a cell phone and lost their data. This is devastating. You know, in the past, when we take a picture and you get a hard copy and you'll have these little cards, different sizes, 8x5x8 or whatever. Well, this is no more. Everything is digital. So what happens when you lose that device when your entire life is stored in there? That is very emotionally draining. Over 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. A laptop or a cell phone is stolen every 43 seconds. So the fact here is you probably have seen this message, right? People are looking for solutions. These companies are constantly ankle biting your wallet for more money to be able to store the data that they know you're going to need, because these devices, as simple as they may look, the reality is underneath this, there's a lot of power. And every time you take a picture and it takes a 4K picture, for those of you that may not be techie, that's an enormous amount of data for one picture. For example, in my phone, I have about 39,000 pictures. Do you realize how much space that takes? So folks forget about that. So what's happening is companies know it's a tactic, and you can't blame them because they also need to be profitable. But there are options, and that's what we want to talk to you about, where you can benefit from. So the second global trend, and we'll get into the nuts and bolts here, is to make more money. Would you agree? Put a one in the chat. Would you agree that making more money, it's probably one of the biggest concerns that the majority of people around the world have right now? Put a one in the chat if you agree with me. Where today people are so concerned on having that extra buck to be able to fit within their budget, right? So I know there's more than Roland. Yeah, Esther, Roland. I know there's a little bit of delay in this recording. Show me on this live, but the fact here is this is a major concern. 42% of Americans, and I'm saying Americans knowing that we're around the world here, it's just because I have these numbers that these are real numbers. 42% of Americans have side business. 62% of the Gen Z, the 18 to 25, these are my kids. My daughter does not want to work for someone. She prefer going to a dentist and remove all her teeth and through a root canal or whatever than actually getting a job. She has her own business, right? My son is finishing his studies, and same thing. They're not interested in working for people. So what about the rest of the world? This is what's going on. This is why these opportunities are absolutely growing. There are some people that will be crying for help financially, and there's other people that will be thriving with an enormous amount of financial potential because they made the right decision. Don't wait. Go crazy. Tell everybody about this. Leverage these global trends with God backup, because that's what we're here to do. Now, here's the situation, folks. God backup. Let's talk about the company right now. Let's talk about the product, the benefits to you or your customers or your prospects. is God Backup is the only company that offers 6 terabytes. Now, bear with me because I know there's other competitors that are coming in and they try to offer similar things, but just bear with me. 6 terabytes storage space, 6 accounts. You can have 6 different members where you can create accounts for them and assign the size of different accounts. I know that that was a feature that's being implemented. If it's not ready now, it's going to be ready very, very soon. But 6 accounts, unlimited devices. I can have an Apple device, an Android device. I can have a Mac. I can have a PC. And I don't have an Android device, but I do have a PC here, right? What you see back there, that's a PC. What I'm talking through you now, it's a Mac. This is my iPhones. I have iPads, different iPads, small iPads, big iPads. I have it all. So, and it's all connected. And every time I transfer something into any of those devices, it is stored, set and forget into my God backup. We'll come back to that in a little bit. And it's the only company that I know of that will give you an opportunity to improve your financial lifestyle for $10 a month. $10 a month. Think about it. So here's some of the competitors. iCloud, $9.99, 2 terabytes. I heard recently my wife had to fix her computer, and we kind of her screen was damaged through traveling. There was an unfortunate situation that happened. The point is, as he was fixing this, we were having a chat, and I started talking to him about God Backup, right? Perfect prospect. And he was telling me, "Are you serious?" He says, "Apple is charging me over $30 for 6 terabytes." So do you understand what I'm saying? So the fact here is God Backup is offering all of this for $10. Dropbox, similar thing. Google Drive, similar thing. Okay, they had a bit more users, but my point here is with God Backup, you have the option to pay monthly or yearly. Like I have Dropbox for the past 13 years, and I'm slowly transitioning from Dropbox to God Backup because my all my websites and all my tools and my boards and everything is pointing to this. So I have so many areas that my virtual assistant has to work on to fix. My point here is I'm transcending right now. But the fact is, I'm still paying for God Backup for the past 13 years. They never given me a dime. What they said is you refer someone who'll give you some space for a period of time. Okay, that's cool. So the fact here, folks, is this. The other thing that most companies, or I should say every companies do not offer, is to pay yearly and having a discount. For example, if I pay for Dropbox, I'll pay, I think now it's $139, $140, right? US, because I'm Canadian, so that's why I do mention US because it has there's a change, like many of you. And the fact here is, God Backup for 99.97. In other words, $100. You're saving 2 months, and then you're only paying once a year. Comes very handy, especially as you build your business, especially in markets where sometimes credit card could be a pain in the behind. This is a huge saver. And the other thing I want to mention is God Backup comes with a virtual wallet that you can actually send money to someone to use, and you can register them with some of your money. It's amazing what's coming up. Not mentioning there's crypto. I mean, they're going to be paying. Folks, there's so much coming out. This is what I'm saying, being in front of the trend. So in closing, as we talk about this product, is God Backup is a storage. It's a cloud storage service. 6 terabytes, $10 a month, including up to 6 accounts, Android, iPhone, and you have an app for the both devices. Automatic backup, set and forget. I'm telling you, I'm loving this. There's so many functionality I can share with you, but this is a presentation, not a training. And I do recommend if you're an associate or if you become an associate, pick up one of our trainings to understand what this is and watch the videos that are in your back office. They're phenomenal. You have access to your photos, document, data from anywhere in the world. You know what I love? I was traveling in Vegas. I needed a document. I knew on my computer, I save it in my download. My download directory is synchronized to the God Backup, right? To the cloud. Well, I have an app where I can access every single files on my download directory. Boom, the file was there, right? Normally it says, oh, I got to get back home. And when I do, I'll send it over to you. No, it was a non-issue. So this is what's so powerful. Again, military-grade encryption and security. Often says, well, how secure that is. Well, it's as secure as what Microsoft offers you, what Dropbox offers you, what Google Drive offers you. Why? Because it's an industry standard. You cannot be in a business without having that military grade encryption security. It's part of the requirements to be in business to offer these kind of services to people like you and me. 10,000 square feet of space. Now, here's what's really important for you to understand. Why did I get excited about this? Right now, he's using a tiny segment of that space. A majority of his space is, if you've known Joel is like the Hulk. He's a big guy, right? So he's always been driven towards health and so forth. So a big portion of his facility is a gym for him personally and his employees. But here's the thing. One thing is, I mentioned him saying that in one of the Wednesday calls that he hosts, and he says, folks, if I get and we start passing 1 million associates or 1 million customers, well, you know what? I'll just take everything out and I'll just create a harvest of servers. So if that little space can satisfy 1 million users, I could see 10 million, 30 million. I mean, who knows? 100 million users. And folks, I want you to understand the potential as I'm sharing this with you, because this is very massive. So again, as we close this segment, before we get to the money aspect, is this is the only cloud storage service that pays you. Making money with your backup is absolutely amazing. Let me show you exactly how this works. There's 3 ways to earn. Number one is what we call direct referral commission. How does that work? Well, that means I'm out there and I'm going to work. Okay, I'm going to work right now. And you get $20 per direct referral on month 1. So in other words, you get 200% from the $10 they spent. So the company gives you money, an incentive to start. On month 2, then you earn 25% for their subscription. Now, this is pretty cool because in my experience, in all my years in building a network marketing company, what I came across is when you sign up someone in, you get a payment, kind of like a thank you for bringing them in, and it's over. Next month, you have to bring someone else to get paid again. Well, God Backup will pay you month after month after month after month after month, as long as they remain on the service. And because people want to have access to their data, they keep using the data. Right? So unless they don't use it or you're not helping them getting the software installs, this is something, again, that's another aspect, a discussion for a training. But let me give you an example. So for example, if let's say you decide I'm going to work, I'm introducing 20 people. Well, do the math, 20 times 20, that's a $400 check. If, for example, I was using Ghana because we have many wonderful, beautiful Ghana associates here or maybe guests. And you're looking at a Ghana CDs. Guys, can you tell me in the chat, what is a Ghana CD to $1 right now as I'm sharing this? Okay. So imagine $400 US, because you get paid in US dollars in your country through a portal that you can deposit into your bank account. I'm just waiting for someone to comment here. And at the moment someone confirm that, I can tell you, you guys will see how that is impactful for the lifestyle of someone who lives in Ghana. Right. And then after that, what you'll earn is you'll earn $50 an ongoing monthly. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Kiwi. So anywhere between, let's say 12 Ghana CDs. Okay. So that's 400 times 12. And I know that, I know the cost of living has increased, but I'm telling you, you can take this inflation and you can complain about it, or you can go on the other side of it and cash in from that inflation right now, because you have the opportunity to get paid in US dollars in your markets. In Canada, it's a huge boost also, right? Because for every American dollars, we get $1.39 or $1.30, depending on the exchange rate as a Canadian citizen. So my point I'm saying here is $400 a month one, and every month after that is $50. So that's what we call direct referral commission. So in this business, if you want to thrive and you want to be successful, you want to continue recruiting until you have a team that's starting to duplicate what you're doing. And number 2 is what we call matching check commission. Now you get paid for helping your 20 people. I'm using this example, if I may. So 25% magic check on commission on the income from your direct referral. It's not them that owes you any money. It is the company that will say, hey, you helped me get into God Backup. You're training me into God Backup. You're helping me installing my software. And now I'm ready to work. And as I get my income with my direct referral, you have the potential to earn up to 25%. So let's say we talk about these 20 business partners. And let's say in a perfect world, everybody makes at least $200 a month. Okay. Now you're earning $50 per business partners. Now this is amazing, right? So the fact here, and I want to put this comment here, Dr. Kiwi, because you're absolutely correct. So you're looking here with these 20 people is $1,000 per month. Multiply that on your current on your current exchange, folks. And look what Dr. Kiwi says here. That is just the game. It's the millionaires are among us, and I'm telling you, I don't think that the biggest income earner is signed up yet. I'm absolutely convinced that he hasn't signed up yet. So the fact here that is extremely important that you keep in mind is that there's an enormous amount of potential. Okay. So that's number one, number two. Now, number one and number two, these are you doing the activities. You're going out there and recruiting, letting people know about this. The entire time, my wife and I we're getting rides through Uber. Every single one of them were scanning my QR code and they were looking at the video. And a few of them has opt in with their email because we don't know them from Adam, right? So they put their name in the email and now they're getting my corresponding emails. And again, that's another discussion for a training on how this marketing system is all about. We'll touch on that. I want to talk about now the team commission as you're doing 1 and 2. 1, you get the action of recruiting someone. 2, you get paid from the action of your downline recruiting people. 3, that is your retirement plan. This is the binary team commission. And the binary team commission has a 2-team structure. There's a left side and a right side. Okay, so you can see here 1, 2. There's the left side is 1 and the other side is 2. Or if you look at the binary concept or binary term in computers, is 0 and 1. What it means is one or the other. That's what binary means. And then you'll have people that you personally introduced to the business. These are direct. People that you did not introduce to the business are indirect. Okay, so that's the difference between direct referral, you sponsored, indirect referral. It's not you, it's someone above you that share the same leg as you. Remember, we have 2 legs. So where did the other one go? Well, underneath. So how do you earn commission? Well, first of all, you need to remain active. That means that $10 a month, you have to pay that every single month. And if you pay for the year, it's done for the year. You're going to be active every single month. So if someone pays for the year now, you're going to benefit every single month. December, January, February, even though they paid for the entire year. Are you with me? So that's why I love the yearly aspect. And you're saving 2 months. The company absorbed the costs. Number 2 is you invite others to join, as we talked about. And number 3 is you start earning. So how does that work? Well, you notice on the left side, you got a power leg. On the right side, your pay leg. All that means is there's more people on the left than there are on the right. So the smaller side happens to be your pay leg. And we'll expand that as we keep moving forward. Okay. So what's happening here is I absolutely agree, Dr. Kiwi, right? This is the pension income. I'm not kidding when I'm saying this. Absolutely. So here's what happened. So you get paid per cycles. The question, okay, how does a cycle work? How does that work? Well, a cycle is when you have 2 people on your right side and 4 people on your left side, which in this case, we call it the pay leg, where there's 2 people, power leg, where there's 4 people. So in other words, the moment there's 6 people, it doesn't matter who brings them in at the moment. Okay? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying here is as long as they count underneath you, someone above you or you did the work, they count as 1. So the moment you got 6, you qualify for a cycle. And a cycle is the amount that's paid per cycle will vary monthly based on the company's profitability. And it's something really exciting. We're talking to the company owner this afternoon. They're introducing a VIP package with some amazing tools to help us build their businesses. This is just going to make such a huge difference on the company's profitability, which will increase the value of a cycle. So, for example, if a cycle is worth, let's say, $5, and by the way, the norm, the industry norm, remember, I've been in this business for a long time. Okay. Usually the way it works in a binary concept, it's usually 10% from the pay team. That's the industry standard. So if you do the math, $10, you add this is $20. What's 10% of $20? $2 per cycle. That's the industry standard. Did you know it got back up as high as paid as high as $9? And with everything that's going to be introduced, I think it's going to climb very quickly. I know this money was $4 per cycle. I saw we cycled we saw the amount yesterday. So $4. And it's just going to go up from there. So what I want you to understand, folks, is as you start building your team and your team builds their team, this number will grow. And every time you got the 4 and a 2, it's 1 cycle. Now the question is, how many cycles do you want? I can tell you what I want is I want 10,000 cycles. Eventually, I want 100,000 cycles. Why do I believe we're going to do that? We're going to get there. We'll come back to that in a minute. So, how do we get started? Well, it's a $20 one-time fee, 20 bucks. And then you pay that and you start. You're in business. After that, you pay $10 a month or $100 a year. I would pick the year. One is cost effective. Two is they're active for 12 months. So when you have a business and you sponsor 20 people and 20 people are active for 12 months, well, that means you get paid for 12 months. Are you with me? But if it's too aggressive, just do monthly and you can always upgrade. Okay. You can always upgrade. Folks, listen, we are in 128 countries. I just saw this morning. 128 countries. How many countries do we have in the world? Something like 160 or 170 or something like that. I don't know exactly how many countries we have in the world. I should do the math and figure this out. But the point is, we're 128 in less than a year. Less than a year. I have never seen that. And you know why? This is the trend I'm telling you about when we started this presentation. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Services. There is no cost of delivery. The cost of the service is very inexpensive. And it's offering a service that everyone needs. So we also have some recognition achievements. This is so exciting, folks, right? Every day I see people. I know that there's recent goals that were popped in. We have some platinums. We have some platinums that are here. We have some Sapphire 1 and 2, the gem tiers that we see over here, right? So this is really, I can't really read this. It's too light. But what you see is the gems, and you're in the thousands of dollars, right? So my wife just reached the 5,000. I know Dr. Kewe has reached the 5,000. I know that many of you, I think Esther, I think you've reached a platinum level. I think you're very close, if not. And I know that many of you are actually within the gem tier. And I know there's some that are diamonds because they've been and got back up from, well, let me rephrase that. They've been with a company called GVO, which GVO is the parent company who's been around for like 20 some years. But got back up has been less than a year, folks. And we're people that are crossing the gem tier into the diamond tier very soon. That's exciting. I know I'm aiming for the black diamond. But to be black diamond, I know we need some diamond tiers and gem tiers and the precious metals. And the company keeps track of all of this stuff, folks. So what's going on is, and you need to understand here, right? We have a personalized referral link. The moment you sign up, it is sent to you by email. That will give you a personal landing page. You don't need to do or know anything about computers or creating websites. Thank you, Esther. 195 countries. Okay, I appreciate that. So Dr. Curry, 10,000 cycles. Awesome. Guys, I'm just reading the comments here a little late. The fact is, personalized referral links. This is really important. As I was as Tammy and I were in Vegas, we created a QR code with our referral link. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It's a way to share your link. People went in and they saw the information on the spot. We also have an email marketing. Remember in a presentation, I was telling you that people start receiving emails automatically as they opt in from your personal referral link to the landing page. Well, this here, you have the option to buy some of those emails that the company will provide for you. We got the marketing tools. That comes for the $10 a month. It's all included. With the VIP package, folks, there's going to be an upgrade to all of this stuff. It's really exciting, right? We have regular online presentation, as you're seeing here. I know that Dr. Kewe does one on Sunday. I know there's other presentations. We have French presentation that's done by Noel. There's also Mark that does a presentation on Friday. And I choose to do one in the afternoon to make sure we can satisfy the different markets and different time zones. So, and we have trainings and support, folks. This is so important. So important that you understand this. And folks, as we finish this presentation here, you need to understand that we have a product that everyone needs and a business that everyone can afford. It's important that you understand this. It's a commodity. The cloud service, it's a growing commodity. It is inexpensive, and there's more and more data offered. And other companies will take advantage of that and got backup. They are providing a very inexpensive way with 3 times the amount that the average competitors offers, and they pay you for telling others about it. Look at this beautiful couple here. They're probably coming out from this beautiful home, the beach home, and they're living the dream. And this is what we want for you. We want you, as I started this presentation, this is to live your dreams, but you have to make that decision. It all starts here. It's what you think about expands. It's time to get started here, folks. Let's turn your dreams into reality. Folks, the one thing I want you to understand here as we finish this presentation, I have been in network marketing for over 28, actually, I think we're crossing in February, so it's going to be about 29 years full time. My wife and I have made millions of dollars within this industry. And the reason we've made this kind of money is because we don't quit. And when we get involved, we are all in and we're sharing this with the world. At the beginning, we just shared with you, we came back from an amazing event. Why do we go to these events? Because it's not cheap to go to Las Vegas and to do all of these things, and paying Uber twice a day for 5 days, and meals and hotels and flights and the whole 9 yards, plus the cost of the event and everything. It's expensive. But why do we do this? It's because we believe that if you want to be successful in this industry, you have to stay close to the fire. You have to be around people that are like minded, that have this success mindset, attitude, and they know where they're going. The people that are presenting this opportunity, they know where they're going. And I hope the information here makes sense. This call is recorded. You can actually go to activeteamevent.com and you will actually see the recording until next Tuesday. And my wife couldn't be with me here today. Last night we had a red-eye flight and we arrived this morning at 7:30. I slept for a few hours and I said, "Oh, let me step up and let me stay the course." And my wife will be next week, right? So we had a really, 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 really intense weekend, and she needed to rest. But folks, listen, my name is Christian Jangra. I'm a proud associate of God Backup. I'm a proud network marketer, and I love this industry with a passion. And I hope that you choose to be part of this incredible, incredible venture. Thank you, all of you that participates and to share your comments. Really appreciate you. Love you all. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful week until next Tuesday or the next presentation you watch. And bye for now.